and sit down.
Hello folks, welcome to F1-66's workshop. This is Legends of Ferrari F1, the die-cast 1/24 scale model collection from our good old friends over at DeAgostini. Now, if you'd like to grab these and collect these along with me, pop over to their website. There's a clickable link in the description below, and you too can have these in your collection. So what have we got this week? We have got the 246 F1-66 from the year 1966, driven by Lorenzo Bandini, folks. Yes. Agility, it says, is the key there in the magazine. Got the car there coming around the corner there during the Monaco Grand Prix. It was equipped, it says here, with independent wheel suspension and coaxial coil springs with telescopic shock absorbers. Yes, folks. There it is there, coming down at the Monaco Grand Prix there. Getting a bit of air there at the Nürburgring. This is Baghetti's last race with Ferrari there. The legend of Spa-Francorchamps began to take shape in the 1960s, yes. Well, what a circuit. I do like Spa. There's some brief stats there on said car, looking rather slender there. The highs and lows there of Lorenzo Bandini. Frustrated hopes and all of that. There's loads of interesting information in here about these cars, folks. And then we got a profile here. Who have we got this week? S. Vezali, it says there. I was looking for his first name, but can't see it. So there you go. But give it a read anyway, folks. So that's the magazine done. We'll put that to one side. We'll come back. We'll get the car out. We'll have a looky-loo around the car. And there it is, folks. Comes in a nice protective display case. Got the Ferrari badge there. Ferrari 246 F1-66. Lorenzo Bandini in the year 1966, folks. Yes. So let's get this out of the case. We'll bring it on the bench and we'll have a quick looky-loo around the model. See what we got this week. And there she is, folks, in all her glory. Right, top-down view there. You've got your torpedo shape there, elegantly coming along the sides and then curving down between these rather squid tentacle-looking exhausts poking out the top there, covering the top there of the engine and gearbox. Nice little square grille there. Wheels and axles a little bit further out with all the linkages and supports going on there. Your steering, front suspension there. Looking down in the cockpit, got a long curved screen going right round the sides. Really long seat unit going in. You then got your gear lever poking out just on the right hand side there. Single steering wheel there, no instrumentation on flappy paddles on the steering wheel. Got a little dashboard in there, the little binnacle with all the instruments in there. Little driver's mirrors attached to the side of the screen. Slanted walls there on the aluminium tub. Looks very engineered. No seat belts, folks. Even in the 60s, still no seat belts. From the side there, you could see how it just tapers up along the front. Looks like something out of Thunderbirds, doesn't it? And then just comes along flat along the top of the engine and across the top there of the gearbox. 5-spoke wheels there, done in a light blue colour there. That's an interesting colour choice. Looks very reminiscent, doesn't it, of the fuel pods off the side of an old jet plane. You then got your gubbins going on around the back there, all exposed. So imagine smacking into the back of that. You're going to damage all of these components there at the back end of the gearbox and things like that. Inboard brake discs right up in there with the calipers just poking out the top there. All your little steady bars and anti-roll bars on the suspension. Couple of exhaust tips there, as you can see. Coming along the front there for the jaws shot. Nice oval little intake there. very, very tiny little suspension rods and tie bars and all of that lot going on there. Screen coming up over the top there of the driver. Tiny little roll hoop there. Big prominent numbers, massive. And gone back to no sponsorship. You've just got the brand on the side there, folks. Beautiful looking machine. You've got your exposed air intakes there, folks, drawing air into the combustion chambers, carburetors and stuff like that. Little fuel cap poking at the top there. And you can see all the detail there at the side of the engine. We'll spin her upside down. Everything exposed underneath here, as you can see. But again, they've just put a panel underneath the floor there just to try to get the air to sculpt around underneath. Beautiful, beautiful looking machine. And again, from an era of F1 where you didn't need all the namby-pamby fancy bits, all the winglets and all of that lot. It was just pure man, seat, engine, wheels, gone, done. And yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful looking machine. Very, very elegantly done. Ferrari red never fails to not please, does it, this colour? Something about the Ferrari red, it's proper Hollywood lipstick red, isn't it? It's just stunning to see. So there you go, folks. Another beautiful example for our collection. And that is the Ferrari 246 F1-66, driven by Lorenzo Bandini in the year 1966. Don't forget, if you'd like these in your collection, folks, and who wouldn't, head over to the DeAgostini website. There's a clickable link below in the description, and you too can be collecting these. Also, to help me out, if you can remember to like, share, hype and subscribe the video, really helps keep the channel alive and the content getting out there and being seen. Leave a comment on the video. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, folks. In the meantime, thanks so much for coming in and keeping me company. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Till then, stay safe and well. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.